Good morning. Happy Saturday. We are comparing and contrasting perspectives on child birthday parties as a dual income, no kids, and as a toddler mom. Let's get into it.
Yes, before I had a toddler, I hated them so much. So I can understand where you're coming from. And now I have a different perspective on them that still annoy me. So this is gonna be fun.
Can't wait. Kayla's going to tackle this as the mom who has to now plan child birthday parties, and I will tackle this from the perspective of somebody without kids who's attending them.
That's worse. Okay, but yes, let's keep going.
Here we go. Okay, here is I basically just have some scenarios, the worst child birthday party scenarios. For me, one of the worst case scenarios is that kid birthday parties are in the middle of the day. I understand them for purposes of the parent. I am not offended. It's you gotta work it in between nap time and bedtime and all of the other times. But as somebody that doesn't have those constraints, my entire day is over.
Yeah, that's valid. I never thought about that.
That's it. We can do one thing that day, and it's your kid's birthday party.
Oh my
And we're going to
gosh.
do it, but please recognize that we're doing it and spending our whole day with you, even if we're only there for a few hours.
It's so true. Okay, my first and most annoying thing about planning child's birthday parties, now that I'm in charge, is getting favors for people. Like the little kid baskets that you take at the end. I didn't know that was a thing. We didn't do that for his first birthday party. But now that I've attended other people's like children's birthday parties, I'm like, everyone's got these favor bags. And now I gotta get these favor bags. And it's like, what do you put in them? I don't want them to be stupid, but like they could get really expensive too if you're doing like 10, 15 bags. So the
I support
favors
you in
piss me
never
off.
doing this.
Oh, I already ordered some for his birthday. I
Well,
hate
I
it though.
support you in future years never doing it again.
Thank you.
Okay, next, my least favorite thing about attending a child's birthday party is figuring out what to buy because I don't have kids, so I don't have kids in a similar range, and I don't know what's cool, and I have no sense, and I just feel so boring and lame and stupid texting their mom and asking them what to buy them, which I will because I would rather them get something of some utility than something that's nonsense, but it's just, I hate it. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, no, I used to feel that way before having kids. Totally. Okay, the other most annoying part about birthday party planning is Pinterest versus reality and how I have all these ideas and all these thoughts, and Pinterest makes everything look so cute. But like, do we really need all of this stuff and like be picture perfect? I mean, like, there's so much on Pinterest. You could go so overboard quickly. And I'm like, I just can't do this. Like, I want to, but I can't. I'm not going to.
A birthday
Pinterest,
party
man.
for me as a kid was going to Pizza Hut. So
I know.
things have gotten wildly out of control as people have wanted them to be Instagrammable.
True.
Next, worst part of going to a child's birthday party for me is I just don't know what to do with my hands. I don't
Are there
know.
alcoholic drinks there?
Probably, but there's just a lot of children and I don't know, and people I don't know, and we can't. Generally, when you're in a setting with children and you have children and everybody has children, you can just talk about the children and you have something instantly in common. Well, Jason and I don't have that, so we will know the parent of the child to whose birthday party we're going to, and there's a few of our friends now where we've started to know some of their friends just because we regularly attend the child events, so that helps. But I still just I have to wear pockets. That's what I've concluded. I need to be able to put my hands in pockets so that I'm not sitting there doing weird finger things.
That's smart. Very smart. Okay. I have a situation with planning children's birthday parties if I'm the host and it's my child because I have this outfit ordeal that I deal with every time. Like, do we all get matching outfits? Do we get him just an outfit? Like, it has to go with the theme. It has to be cute and it has to fit. So you have to buy it like really last minute. So, like, why do I overthink the outfits? I don't know.
I hope someday he grows up and realizes how much time and effort you are putting into these things that he paid no attention to.
I know.
Okay, here's another thing about child birthday parties without a child that make me uncomfortable is that typically I know the parent way better than the kid. And so we're coming because we know the parents and because we want to be involved in their lives and their kid's life, but their kid doesn't really know us that well. A lot of these situations are also happening with Jason's friends. So he has even been around their kids more than me. And so it's when you come in the house and they're like, oh, look, Miss Kaylee's here. And I'm like, your kid has no idea who the hell I am.
Yeah.
And pointing it out is just making me feel so weird.
It's super awkward. That's super awkward.
I appreciate what they're doing too, but I just feel so embarrassed. And some of his friends, whom I love dearly, their kid knows Jason as Uncle Albert because that's his middle name. And that's how they, oh my God, it's so cute. And I love that they call him that because it's so hysterical. But yeah, I just sort of feel like this weirdo that's crashing a party.
I love it. Okay, bouncing off of the outfit ordeal situation to go with a theme, that's the other problem. Is all these birthday themes. I gotta come up with a cool theme, which they're fun, I'm not gonna lie. But the stress of picking the perfect one and then matching everything to that, it's just like, yeah, what are the days? When he's older, it's like we're going to the trampoline park and we're ordering pizza and that's your birthday party. Like I'm not doing this theme every time. But I guess like for the first 3 years it's kind of cute. But it's like a lot for the theme. The theme is just annoying.
I don't blame you. Next, worst part about going to a child's birthday party as somebody without a child is that sometimes some of the kid activities look really fun, but I can't participate in them because I don't have a child with me. Like it would be weird.
No, that's sad. Those
You
days
know?
sometimes are fun.
I know some of the stuff looks kind of cool, but I can't really get in there without seeming weird. And again, their kid doesn't know me that well, so
Yeah. Well, strange. Okay, planning around daycare and sickness and trying to make sure everyone's healthy for the birthday party is a nightmare because one day we'll be fine and the next day we'll be wiped out on the couch because he keeps bringing stuff home from daycare. So it's like, cross our fingers, we're all healthy by the time everyone comes over.
the next worst part for me about attending a child's birthday party is trying to decide which clump of people I associate myself with and talk to. Because the moms always all split off and talk to each other, and then the dads always split off and talk to each other, and I'm always at these things with Jason, and inevitably I end up following him around. And I also just, the dad conversations are more relatable to me because I don't have a kid and the moms are talking about
Well, and they're funnier.
sippy cups and what. This is no shade on what the moms are talking about. It's just I have nothing to contribute. And if I have anything to contribute, it's secondhand information from a friend. And I feel like a total jackass saying, well, my friend told me that this was, that just feels stupid. So then I end up following Jason outside and listening to the dads talk about this one time that they shit in their pants. And it's funny and it's entertaining. But then I get so self-conscious that I look like a snooty booty that I won't associate with the women. And it's a constant thing that plays in the back of my mind.
Oh no, I can see that for sure. That's stressful. Oh my gosh. Okay, the worst parts of planning a child's birthday party to me is spending a bunch of money on the party stuff. Decor, balloons, cute, whatever, all this stuff, favors, and then realizing you still need to actually buy them a gift to open. Like, gosh, how dumb. I'm not saying it's dumb to give your kids gifts. I'm just saying, like, we spent all this money on the party and that, yeah, we still have to give them a gift.
The next worst thing for me about attending a child's birthday party is deciding how long to stay because we don't have a child to determine it for us. And if we don't stay long enough, we look like shitbags. But sometimes I think if we stay too long, it feels like I've overstayed my welcome because we've run out of things to talk about. And I don't want to look like I'm bored because I'm not bored. But it's just different. I didn't bring a child there to play with the other children to wear them out to go to bed. And we always end up being some of the first people to leave. And then I feel like a shit turd, but then also I feel like, well, we came.
Yes. As a mom who's had people over that don't have kids, that's 100% valid and you don't have to feel bad about that.
No.
Yeah, no. Okay, my last one, because I'm kind of lumping these together at this point, is the easy, I'm using air quotes, easy DIY projects that you think you can handle, or the fun cooking DIY things to make it look like a truck or a car or some kind of whatever it is in the moment. I'm just like, this is stupid. I'm spending 3 hours trying to make these brownies look like Mater from Cars. This is completely ridiculous. Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I love my child so much to be doing this, but it's so annoying.
I also feel like the cleanup has to just be the worst because now you're tired because you've had everybody over and now you have to clean all the shit up. Setting up has to be fun. Well, even when I was with you for his first birthday, so fun. You're doing it, it looks good, fun, and I love planning stuff. But bro, the cleanup has to be a nightmare.
Luckily, we have a lot of family that helps, so I can't really complain about that.
To wrap this up, I will just say I have 2 back to back, and I've already touched on one, but not drinking because it's too early for me, but everybody else is drinking because this is prime drinking hours if you have a kid. So no judgment on them for day drinking, but I don't want to. But then you're always weird when you're the person not drinking in a social setting, and people are wondering why, and then this leads into the next thing, which is the inevitable inquiry about if Jason and I are going to have kids and when, and have you thought about it? And in general, it's a conversation I don't want to have. So what I've started doing is bringing my own like sparkling water in a koozie, and then I have something that I can drink, which also doubles as something I can do with my hands.
That's smart.
And then we don't have to have any inquiry about that. And then I just sort of in general make jokes about, okay, for females, if you don't want to talk to people about having kids and someone asks you about having kids, I have found a fun line is to say, I would have kids tomorrow if I were the dad. Men tend to find it awkward and then they don't say anything. And women tend to find it disarming, at least in my experience, because again, they've probably
Mhm.
recently breastfed and there's just a lot of demands on the woman in the relationship early on, from what I found, even if your husband is a stellar participant in parenting. Anyway, that's my little ditty of how to get out of having a personal conversation about child rearing choices in a social event without being too off-putting.
I love that. That's a great tip.
Thank you. Everyone tell us about your planning nightmares and or attending nightmares, and we'll see you next week.